This story is told from a female's point of view. It is a Thursday evening. I have just finished work and I am now looking forward to my long weekend off. Every week I finish on a Thursday, so it is nice to have an extra day off for my weekend. I make my dinner, which tonight is something quick, as I plan to go out to my local bar for a few drinks. I put on some makeup, do my hair, and I'm all set. The bar is a few minutes walk away from my home. It's a nice quiet place, no trouble causers, just the usual regulars like myself. I feel comfortable there, as we all know each other and get along really well. I arrive at the bar around 7:30 p.m. This is early for me, so I'm not surprised to see the bar pretty empty. I say hello to the owner and to the other two people who I see most nights when I'm here. I order my drink and I join in on the conversation that is going on. About an hour passes and a few more regulars are in the bar. Like every night that I'm here, the mood is jolly and I converse with all the people that I know. We play darts and card games. It's 10 p.m. now and I decide to order another drink and sit at the bar to relax alone for a moment. The bar owner and I share a few jokes and laugh for a while. For the time the bar owner and I were talking, I noticed a new face sitting a few seats down from me. To see somebody new in this bar was quite rare. We had exchanged smiles a few times, and when I had finished my conversation with the bar owner, he asked if he could join me. I politely said yes. I'm always down for getting to know somebody new, and he was alone just like me, so I would find it rude to turn him down. He looked very pleasant and welcoming, so I didn't feel uncomfortable talking to him. To be honest, we spent the rest of the night talking until the bar owner announced that it was closing time. We arranged to meet here the following night, and I agreed to him walking me to my home. It wasn't awkward at all, as he didn't try anything with me. He just wanted me to get home safely. As we got to my door, he said see you tomorrow, and we exchanged goodbyes. I drank some water and I headed to bed. It was now Friday. I got to the bar just after 8:30 p.m. and the night began as it usually does. At 9:30 p.m, my, let's say, date walked into the bar. We greet each other and find a table we could claim for the night. With it being a Friday night, the bar would be open an extra 2 hours, giving us plenty of time to enjoy ourselves. After hours of talking, drinking and having a great time, I realised I really liked this guy. He was very easygoing and we never once had an awkward silent moment. Near the end of the night, I felt a little more drunk than I usually do. I was just having a great time. I invited him over to my place to drink some coffee and have more of a chat. He hesitated for a second before saying, "Are you sure that is okay?" I confirmed that it was okay, and he decided that he would come over. Around an hour passed at my place, and drunken old me decided to make a move on him. Again he was hesitant. When I went to kiss him, he said, "Hey, you're drunk. Are you sure this is what you want?" I said yes, and apologised if I was rushing things. He said that I wasn't, and we kissed. After a few minutes of this, he moved down to my neck and began kissing and biting in a playful way. This wasn't unnormal to me, as guys had done this before. Even I had done this to guys before. I was liking this, but then, ow! I screamed out. His teeth had bitten a bit too hard, and had felt really sharp. He pulled away and looked at me. I could tell instantly by his facial expression that he felt bad, and this was an accident. He said he was sorry, and looked really worried. He immediately said that he should be going home. I felt bad now, and said, "You don't have to go." He insisted that he should. I then asked for his number so I could contact him the next day. He then hesitated once again and said yes, okay. He left and I went to bed. The next day I was already thinking about him. I waited till around 1:30 p.m. and then sent him a text message. 2:30 p.m. He had not replied to me, so I sent another message asking if he felt bad about the whole neck thing last night. And I said that it was fine and he shouldn't worry. 3:30 p.m. Still no reply, so I decided to ring him. It rang, but no answer. I try again, and no answer. I decide to stop as I don't want to seem so needy this soon, and I might be annoying him. I got to thinking though, it's a Saturday afternoon, and he hasn't replied to me for a few hours. He never mentioned working today or anything like that. I started to piece things together, like how he was always hesitant when I asked for his number, and for him to come over to my place, and so on. Was he married? Or did he have a girlfriend? After my paranoid thinking, I realised maybe he's asleep. He did stay till very late last night after all, and we did have a lot to drink. I thought to myself, maybe I'm just being stupid and he will get in touch with me soon, saying how he just woke up. Then I'll feel really silly indeed. The day passed by. It was now 8:30 p.m. and had just gotten dark recently. Still no word from the guy. I felt a little annoyed and was thinking of going back to the bar to cheer myself up for a bit. 10 minutes later my phone rang. It was him. "Hello?" I said. He said hello, followed by, "Sorry I haven't been in touch. I've had a busy day after waking up so late." I said that's fine. I was just happy that he finally contacted me. I told him he should come over for the night, and he agreed to do so. We had drinks at mine, watched a movie, and I ordered some food. When it arrived, I started eating, and I said, "Help yourself to the food." He gave the food a strange look, one I had never quite seen before. He then looked at me and quietly said, "Oh, no, I'm not hungry, but thanks for the offer." This was no big deal, but I felt strangely uncomfortable around him for the first time ever. The way he looked at the food, like he was disgusted, and the way he was now looking at me. My paranoia hit me again. Why does this guy act so strangely sometimes? The hesitations, him taking so long to reply to me today, and now this. It was all adding up to something, but as to what, I had no idea. Maybe I'm just being stupid, but I really did have a bad feeling at this point in time. He then sat next to me as I was eating and began kissing my cheek. He muttered, "You're so beautiful." I found it odd. He would begin to kiss me as I was eating. I pulled away and was about to explain how I wanted to finish eating before we played around. But before I got a chance to even speak, he spoke, and it gave me chills all through my body. I froze as I felt really creeped out. He said, "I need you." Before I even had a chance to think about what was going off or react in any way, his teeth sunk into my neck He had fully bitten his teeth right through. I felt piercing fangs and a pain like no other. I screamed in fear, but he put his hand over my mouth to shut me up. I could feel the blood pulsating out of my neck and him biting down harder and sucking the blood out of me. All I could think was, this is murder, and I'm going to die. Then there was nothing. To my surprise, I woke up. I was not dead. My neck was fine. There was no blood. I did not recognize my surroundings, but I did recognize who was sitting in front of me as I awoke. Did I just have a nightmare? What is going on? I thought. He smiled at me, and I smiled back. In regards to what I remember happening to me and what he did to me, I did not feel fear, only love. I was falling for this guy, yes, but now I felt like I was in love with this guy more than anything in the world. He didn't kill me for sure, but did this mean I enjoyed what he did to me? I was actually just a twisted psychopath, and it took him to bite my neck open for me to realize this. Well, the truth is, we have been together over a year now. You might think I'm crazy for staying with somebody that almost murdered me, but all will make sense to you in a moment. See, he was a vampire. That's why I only saw him at night. He slept through the day, hence why I got ignored for all of that day. That is why he seemed repulsed at my food, and that is why he was always hesitant about me. He never wanted to hurt me, but he fell in love, and there is only one way that we could be together. Yes, you're right. I'm like him now. I am a vampire too. Life is totally different now, but honestly, I wouldn't wish it to be any other way. Alright, that's the end of this story. Give it a comment, give it a like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. There'll be more stories in the future. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.